Welcome to a brand new episode of the Post Game. I'm your host, Davion, joined by Will,
What's
Matt,
What up?
and Oronde.
What's poppin'?
Will, welcome to the Let's Talk series. Today we are continuing that series, and today we're going to be talking about the what was it, LA Chargers?
LA Chargers.
Almost called them the San
LA
Diego
Chargers.
The LA Chargers. Listen, Chargers went out this season and they did a little bit of work so far. They went out and got them a brand new head coach. Going out and getting John
Harbaugh.
John
Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh from Michigan. Michigan won the national championship this season. Going out and getting him, I think he will bring a lot of structure and discipline and morals to that team. I think this team is already looking like a different team wrapped around Mr. Harbaugh. They went and got some they went and threw away all their receivers, just throw them away. They got rid of
Keenan Allen, Mike
Mike
Williams
Williams.
were the two big ones.
Yeah.
Eckler is also gone.
Eckler's got, where'd he go?
He went to the Commanders.
Commanders, yeah. And so, I mean, it's been a pretty productive season on that front of trying to move things around. I think Harbaugh will now can convert that team into a run-heavy offense. So, but before we continue to talk about it, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think your Chargers is going to do next season. Our comments on this video on this series has been some of my favorites to look at. So please leave a comment, leave a like or a dislike. Either is funny. And yeah, we'll go from there. So, as I open the floor up to y'all, what's a good and a bad that we've seen from the Chargers so far this offseason?
The good and the bad?
Yeah, and or you can say one or the other.
I mean, obviously the good is you got a new head coach. Obviously Harbaugh is hopefully going to be drastically better than. Oh my God, what was the guy's last
Staley?
name?
Not Staley. Is it Staley? Brandon Staley?
Brandon Staley.
Yes. Anything's probably better than that. To me in the draft, honestly, a lot of people were a little upset that they didn't get a receiver, but to me, it's more important to protect the quarterback. So getting Joe Alt and pairing him with Rashawn Slater, I think is perfect for him. And that also just shows that they're just going to be super run heavy, like you said, Davion. They also went and got Lad McConkey, who was like violently underrated in this draft too. He was projected in the first round and slipped to them in the second. So he can be a great playmaker for him. You know, their receiving core is already pretty young, so you just got to kind of give them time. That's the other narrative with the NFL. Like, if you're not good with it, like in the first year, like people will just like write you off.
And
Like that's just like dumb. Like look at Peyton Manning. He literally had like one of the worst rookie years ever, and now he's like probably a top 3 quarterback ever. Like stuff like that to me is just so dumb.
They have an interesting tight end room. I was just scrolling through the roster.
Yeah,
they have Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst, both 7-year vets, but they also picked up 2 rookies and one from, I think he played at the Ravens last year, Ben Mason.
That sounds right. He did. Yeah.
But I don't know. This roster looks really weird. I do like a lot of the pickups that they got, especially Bucky Williams from App State. App State, some fun games last year, but their O-line was pretty cool, at least in the middle. They also went and got future Hall of Famer Joe Alt. So excited to watch him play, even though he's in the wrong colors. But I gotta watch him. But otherwise, it's just, what can Harbaugh do with this roster? Because they were great on paper, but they always fell short because of their coaching staff last year.
Right.
So did we mention Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbs?
Yeah,
yeah,
both of them going there, replacing Eckler's role. Obviously, Gus Edwards will be the power back. Dobbins should be their passing back. They like to run 2 RBs anyways, so it's probably not going to be, to me, that big of a difference. And honestly, like Gus Edwards, to me, honestly, Gus Edwards is like very underrated in my opinion. I think he's a great power back. Dobbins, if he's healthy, who knows? I think he could be fine. Eckler was just a little, I don't know.
He was just slow. He was just
you could see his age kind of catching up with him.
Yeah.
Slow, not as consistent. Injuries were also huge with him. He's always had injury bug. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a very weird season for the Chargers. Like, I don't know if they're like in the middle of a rebuild, if they're starting a new one. Like they're kind of in limbo right now. So we'll just have to see.
They're
Yeah,
coming off a 5-12 season, and their
Right.
last 5 games, uh, their second string quarterback played those last five, and they lost all 5 of those games.
Right.
So
So,
you're getting a healthy Herbert, new system. I mean, the wide receivers are young. It's gonna probably be some growing pains in the beginning of the year, but I mean, you're looking at the division, and I think the second place in that division is wide open. I mean, you
yeah, I
got the
mean,
Broncos and then the Raiders. No
yeah, I
one's
mean,
touching the Chiefs. Like,
exactly. Nobody's going to touch the Chiefs in this division. Everybody here is going to be fighting for second. So,
I mean,
but
I think you make a valid point, Matt. Like, where are they? What is their identity? Are they a
yeah,
rookie? Or are they gonna? But I mean, personally, I think this is the start of something new. I think they're right now they're in that middle valley. I think, and we're gonna talk about their schedule here in a second. But they have anywhere from this haven't even looking at it. Anywhere I think they can gain wins. I think they'll go anywhere from 8 to 9 wins this season. Be number 2 in that division potentially. And so I think this season will show us why coaching is so important. I think
yes,
yeah,
yes.
I think we'll see, and if they can install a complete system. Listen, I've been high on Justin Herbert for a couple years now. Since the night he dotted up my New Orleans Saints with Drew Brees and Sean Payton still on Monday Night Football, his rookie year. That's the day I fell in love with this man. So I think when I watch Herbert, I see glimpses of of Rodgers. I see glimpses of Mahomes. I see a pocket passer who also can get out of the pocket. I see somebody who's very smart. And I think when I watch Justin Herbert, he can be that guy with any receivers. And I think if as long as he gets his receivers to catch the football, they'll be fine.
Right.
But if they look at the Chiefs receivers in the first half of the season, they will stink it up.
And it's like we know how talented Herbert is.
Yeah.
Like there's just no he's probably like one of the most talented QBs in our league for sure. And you know what? 2 years ago they were in the playoffs and they, had that massive
Come back.
just downfall against the Jaguars when they were up
yeah.
by 28. And you could say that was coaching because they just ran the ball most of the time in that second half, which is ridiculous to me. I don't know why you play super conservative that
Conservative.
early. Um, yeah, so like this team can make the playoffs, and it's like the AFC. Obviously, there's like those handful of teams, like the Chiefs are always going to be good. I'm trying to think who else. There's like
Maybe the Ravens.
maybe
But
the Ravens,
Ravens, the
Steelers. You can
Bengals,
even
the
argue.
AFC North in general.
Yeah, like anyone in that division will be good. Um, Bills potentially. So like they can slip into the wild card this year. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not, because there's a lot of teams in
In
the
the
AFC
AFC.
that have gotten a lot better this year,
yeah,
like the Texans, the Colts, Dolphins. So like, I don't know. It'll be fun. It'll be interesting.
I
I
think
agree.
I think Justin Herbert kind of reminds me of a little bit of Andrew Luck. Like
Without the
the
injury
pocket,
bug or
yeah,
with it.
obviously without the injury.
Hey, that's why you go and get your O lineman. Go and
Yeah.
secure that O line first. That's what Andrew Luck didn't have, and look what happened.
Yeah,
So, I would like to actually look at their schedule if we want to do that. Just go
We're going there
week by
right now.
week.
yeah.
Okay.
We're going
I'll do it. So week one, they start at home against the Raiders.
It's probably a W.
It's a dub.
That's a win. Okay. Then they go to Carolina. I'll say that's another win.
Yeah,
Yep.
Um, but honestly, to me, the Chargers, I think they're gonna have a slow start. They're gonna be like those games are kind of gonna be like low scoring,
yeah,
maybe kind of boring to watch for some people. I don't know if they'll click right away. Then they play the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I think that's gonna be their first loss, week
yeah.
3. Pittsburgh just that defense is incredible, and who knows what Russ or Fields is gonna do. So we'll see. Then week 4, SoFi back in LA against the Chiefs.
I'm gonna pull the upset on this one.
Nope.
I feel
Yep.
I feel like
Like
the
the Chargers?
Chiefs. Yeah, I feel like the Chiefs are really in the beginning of the year they're really bad. Or not
I
really
agree.
bad, but they're like
I agree.
No,
They,
yeah,
they
no,
are
I agree.
early.
you think about
they're
it-
susceptible to early season
yeah, if you
losses.
think about it, these past couple years they've like been slowly like getting better. Like in the beginning of the year they're like kind of bad. They're still trying to find their groove. And then especially with their young wide receiver core that's coming in with the Chiefs.
Right.
Um,
And also
think-
like I was just gonna say quickly, like out of this division, to me, I also think like the Chargers like are the most competitive against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like those are always gonna be like those blockbuster games to watch in that division. Like those are always gonna be tight no matter what. So yeah, I could see that upset for sure. I'm gonna still lean the Chiefs though,
mm.
just because I don't think they're gonna be that drastically different, and like you just can't count them out. So
I think the only reason I can't say the Chiefs there because I think I have the Saints beating the Chiefs, and there's no way the Saints and the Chargers beat the Chiefs. Um, so sorry, like in the first 5 weeks, I think, but I would say though, we already talked about Kansas City, but I think they go 2-3 in those first 5 weeks of their season. But I think when I look at that game, I think the Chiefs has to win this one. And I think if I'm the Chargers going into our bye week, a win or a loss there is okay. We get ready for our division rivals, the Denver Broncos, after the bye week. So
right.
going into week 6, I think they have the Broncos in Denver. Could be a
We
win.
also, I was gonna say, what's up with these why a bye in week 5?
I was
That's
thinking,
awful.
I
That
don't
is
know.
awful.
I
That
don't
is
know what
so
Rodgers
bad.
doing.
Like, I don't know why the NFL does that. Like, I think they should start the bye weeks like maybe around week
7.
7 or 8.
Yeah. I think this
Yeah.
is way too early. Like,
I mean, we're gonna get to a point where we're gonna have 2 bye weeks. I mean,
yeah, we're
hopefully for
That you're probably
players.
right. You're
yeah, we're
honestly right.
yeah.
Hopefully
No,
for
no,
players.
I think he honestly, if he could have made it this season where they like extended it to like an extra week in the NFL, he would have. But no, we're gonna get 2 bye weeks coming up here soon, and we're gonna have
Yeah.
a President's Day Super Bowl. So looking forward to that.
Okay. So week 6 against Denver in the Mile High.
I
Bo
think
Nix.
Bo Nix, my dog. Ooh, the battle of the Oregon QBs. That's
Ooh,
gonna be
that's
a
gonna
fun
be a
one.
good, yeah.
I'll give Herbert and the Chargers the edge. They're just a better team. The Broncos, to me, are in shambles right now. I don't know what they're doing. Um, Sean
Right.
Payton is just kind of there. They're like negative 30 million in the cap. It might
Aren't
be
we all?
more. Like it is not looking good right now for Denver.
And I feel
So
like their defense has drastically just fallen off.
yeah, I
Well,
agree
apparently
too.
Zach Wilson's playing well.
I heard that too.
Cool, good for him.
Hide your
Look what
moms
he's
in Denver.
look what he's done with the Jets and that defense. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Then week 7 against Arizona. That's gonna be in Arizona too. That's the Monday night game, by the way.
Give me the Cards in that one.
Really?
Yeah, give me.
I think
That's gonna
Kyler
be
Murray. I think Kyler Murray will win Comeback Player of the Year. Comeback Player of the Year.
that's your bold prediction. I like that.
That's my
Actually.
bold
Write
prediction.
it down. Shall I write it down?
Yes.
Go ahead. Let's keep these tallies, Davion.
Wait, where's my other one? Oh, there it is. Okay. So what? We're in week. Oh no.
7. This is week 7.
See week 8 though.
Hold on. I'll actually, so you guys have Cardinals. I'll go Chargers.
Okay.
So week 8 against the Saints.
Mm.
Saints.
Yeah, we know you are.
Derek Carr or Spencer Rattler.
That's a good question.
Hopefully at that point it's Spencer Rattler.
There could be a QB change by then.
Fingers
I'm sure.
crossed. We all hope so.
Okay,
Oof.
so let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll say the Chargers, but that one's gonna be probably that's gonna be like one of those games in the season where that could flip easily.
Yeah.
Same with the Cardinals,
current-
honestly.
The current ticket rate going for this game is $35.
Let's go.
That's
All right.
absurd.
In
You don't need to
SoFi.
be disrespectful at all.
Make the trip, Davion. You got it. No,
Do
I'm
it?
kidding. No.
Actually, Never mind.
The ticket's gonna be more expensive to get there than the actual game.
Literally.
So
Walk there.
okay. Then week 9 against the Browns
Ooh.
Give me the Browns.
in Cleveland. Yeah, I'll take the
Give me
Browns
the
here.
Browns.
I'll take the Browns.
If Nick Chubb's back,
By
hopefully.
then, yeah. Maybe Deshaun Watson.
Actually pulls something out of his ass.
Yeah.
Doesn't regress again.
Again, it's crazy, but it's true.
It's true though.
Very true.
Okay, and then week 10 is Tennessee.
Will Levis.
Give me the
Will.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Ooh.
Matt, will you scared of our Tennessee fans?
What's that?
I said you scared of our Tennessee fans to vote against them? I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm not scared of the Tennessee fans. This is going to be another close one. They have some tough games from like week 6 on.
Yeah.
Well, look at
Oh my
11.
God, it's bad.
Well,
Whoa,
13,
whoa. Okay, I'll give the Chargers the edge against Tennessee week 10.
I feel like they have a worse stretch between week 11 through
Yeah, this is
15.
worse. Okay, then week 11 against the Bengals, they're going to lose that,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, week 11 it
If
is.
we'll just also say this to the viewers, we're just acting like everyone's roster is 100% healthy. Obviously, there's going to be changes. We don't know what's going to happen, but 100% healthy, Bengals should win this. Then they play the Ravens. They should lose that to the Ravens. There's
Yeah.
no way. Then they play Atlanta, which is another tough one. In Atlanta,
Atlanta is underrated.
they're probably. I mean, they're definitely going to win the division. Hopefully,
Whoa.
I think. Not hopefully.
I think I
shouldn't have
got
said
them
that.
or the Bucks. I think Tampa Bay is. I like Baker
Sneaky
Mayfield.
good. Yeah.
No, no Saints. Sorry.
No, I'm not saying Carolina, Davion. Let's be honest here. Come on now.
You make a
Okay.
valid point.
Oh, do I think they lose like 4 straight games?
Yeah, it's
Chargers.
absurd.
Oh.
That's a possibility.
I'm gonna say they lose to Atlanta, and then they lose to the Chiefs,
Yeah.
week 14. So I have them losing 11, 12, 13, 14. Then they play the Bucks.
I think they
That's
win
another
there.
good one that
Yeah.
they could lose.
I think they bounce back from that 4-game losing streak.
Okay, we'll give them that. So we'll give them the win, week 15. Then they go back and play Denver. They'll win that. Then they play Oronde's
England.
team, New England.
New England wins. We own the Chargers still.
That's a good point. I forgot. They don't do well against them.
So where are we at?
I have them. So we're at week 17. I have them winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games so far.
I said 8
Potentially.
before we even looked at the roster.
And if you're looking at a 30,000-foot view, it's not bad for Jim Harbaugh's first year. Or
Absolutely not.
John Harbaugh.
Yeah.
For a first
Oh.
year, yeah.
I mean, they were 5-12 last year.
Anything more than 6 games is an improvement, so we can set
Yeah.
the bar pretty low and still be satisfied. Now,
Right.
Chargers fans, I'm saying this in advance. I don't have much faith in y'all. I
Uh-oh.
like your team.
You're just in a bad spot.
It's
It's
not
Just
limbo.
rebuilding.
wrong.
You're just
It's the
rebuilding.
wrong. I won't say it's the wrong time to rebuild, but it is certainly not the time to expect a lot from your team. But you can be optimistic, like Colts fans who do
Right.
a lot with less.
There you go.
Shout out the Colts fans.
There you go. Titans fans, y'all too. Jacksonville fans, y'all as well.
If you guys even exist, I don't see any of you guys. But
You didn't say that.
Your tickets are $35. So
Okay. So
Let's
we'll
just go
say
on.
they beat New England, and then I think they split with the Raiders week 18. Is that fair?
Aiden O'Connell as QB for the Raiders. Who else do they have?
It'll be Minshew Mania,
Oh,
baby.
Gardner, yeah.
Don't worry. So we're thinking their ceiling's about 9 wins, and their floor. Let's see.
6. What did they finish last season? 5?
5-12
I'm gonna go 6. Is it-
Honestly, I think they could finish 5-12.
again.
I think
Like
that's a disappointing season though if they finish 5-12.
like the flip-flops could be obviously the division games, like the Broncos and the Raiders. So they could lose one of
One
those
of those.
Broncos games. They could lose twice to the Raiders. The Cardinals is another flip-flop. The Saints is another one.
Easy.
Browns are another one. Tennessee is another one. Those are like all the flip-flops. And then it's like loss from 11 to 14. Honestly, 11 to 15. But Tampa Bay could be a flip-flop too. So like I'll say 5. I think they could that'd probably be their floor for sure. Yeah.
I mean, I love what they did in the draft and what they could do
No,
in
I,
free
I mean
agency.
they've done pretty well just in general. Like they've done the right moves. You know, it's just
A loaded AFC, like your schedule is just
it's
for
so
Chargers
hard.
fans.
It is
Yeah.
so tough. And like I said earlier, I think this team needs patience more than anything because obviously there's been a lot of examples with like the Texans, how they were one of the worst teams in the league, and now they're insane and like a potential Super Bowl contender. But like those situations are so incredibly rare. Like this also is just going to prove how good Harbaugh is as a coach, and him coming back to the NFL is just going to prove if he's like good enough to be an NFL head coach again. So it'll be this is probably the most intriguing team I think in the season. I'll say
I
it'll
think my
be
final,
I think that's a fair statement.
yeah, I think my final thoughts would be like this team should be optimistic about the future. I
right.
think, but if they go into the with the desire to win now, they will be disappointed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I
I'd
think,
probably
yeah, go ahead.
their coach is Jim Harbaugh, not John. John is in Baltimore. If I've been saying that wrong, sorry, guys. Sorry, Chargers
You only
fans.
said it wrong once, but I hesitate to say it because I don't get it. It's not gonna try.
The
But
Harbaugh.
The Hardballs.
yeah, Harbaugh.
Anyway, leave us a comment down below. Let us know what you think is going to happen. Let us know, as a Chargers fan, how are you feeling? Are you optimistic? Do you think you want to win now? Do you think you're able to win now? And can that receiving core, can they hold up in the offseason? So,
Oh,
yeah,
can
go
I
ahead.
say one more thing?
Absolutely.
Do you guys have like bold predictions? I always like these at the end
On
of
the
the videos.
Chargers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just anything for the Chargers. It can be a player, it can be,
I think if that offense is ran right, I think they could be a top 15 offense in the league.
So middle of the pack.
the middle of the pack.
Okay,
All right.
top 12.
Not that bold.
I
Okay,
think
that's a little better.
I think my bold prediction,
Okay, I got one. Yeah, go ahead,
my bold
Oronde.
prediction, top 5 offensive production.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
okay, top 5. I think Harbaugh wins Coach of the Year. That's gonna be my bold prediction.
We're burning.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
All right, Matthew.
Write it down, David.
I wonder what the odds
Write
are
it
on
down.
that. Coach of the Year candidates?
I think he
Is it
surprises a lot of people, like D'Amico Ryans did last year, like
Yeah.
Dan Campbell did, like Stefanski's done. Okay. I think he's good enough. I think he's proven himself with the Niners that he can be a good team. He's taken a team to a Super Bowl for sure. Obviously, I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl, but I could see him improving drastically this year because of him for sure. So
Mhm.
that's my bold prediction.
I say their defense is gonna be middle of the pack, top 15. I think
maybe
I
worse?
like Derwin James. Their other safety, Gilman, is really underrated. He got an extension.
Right.
I like Joey Bosa. I like Khalil Mack. They're an insane duo.
So
Just gotta stay
the
healthy.
Coach of the Year odds, top 5 is Jim Harbaugh at +5 or 550. He's the number 1 favorite.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
Matt
Okay,
LaFleur
that's
second
stupid.
at +800. Raheem Morris for the Falcons at 1,000. Shane Steichen for the Colts at 1,400, and Robert Saleh at 1,400 as well.
Really?
They're also tied with D'Amico Ryans and Matt Eberflus. So
Watch none of those guys win it.
There's no way.
I mean, don't get me started on Matt LaFleur, Green Bay's coach, not giving a vote last year for Coach of the Year.
I mean, to be fair, it was Kevin Stefanski's to
Yeah,
lose
it was
last
definitely.
year.
Yeah,
but
I would give him that, but not even get
LaFleur
a
should have
mention.
definitely got a first place vote for sure.
Wow,
Absurd.
I did not know that Harbaugh was that favored. That's crazy.
He's favored by 250.
Was he the first? He was number 1.
Yeah, he's
predicted?
number 1. There's nobody
That's
above
crazy.
him. He's the current
Okay.
running favorite.
Do I have to change my take? Like,
You might have to change your take.
I got it written down already. I changed the name.
I'll
So.
keep it because that's
Yeah.
bullshit. That's Vegas talking, bro. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way. Like,
I mean,
I mean,
yeah.
they got to know something. They have to know something.
yeah,
Well,
take my money. Thanks, dude. I'm keeping it.
Anybody else got anything? Nope. Well,
Hmm.
appreciate y'all for watching. Let us know what you think down below in the comments. And yeah, what the Chargers slogan is? Charge, go, something. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Bolt up, baby.
Bolt
Bolt
up,
up.
baby.
That's
Bolt up,
good.
baby.
Bolt up.
All right. I'm being Jose Davion. This is putting the post game. Peace.
Peace.